it's up to you, whatever you want to go. And I'm like, it was just dang, it was just always just. And I was like, okay, no, I'm not gonna like judge him based on, you know. And one day he did it, and I just said, I said, did you know you kind of, you know, move your wrist a lot, like it's always kind of like twisting. And he was like, stop playing, don't play with me. I was like, I'm just saying, like, it just would come out of nowhere. And he was like, oh, I didn't realize I did that. I said, yeah, you do that, you do that.
Imagine you touch me, send tingles down my spine. You help me feel.
Hello, hey. Welcome back to ASMRTheChew. And I am your girl Spirit, and today I am answering a request, honey. Yes. A special spirit light left me a message. Spirit, can you just please chew some gum and do story time? Yes, I'm talking about to do story time for you today. Yes, so if you want to, grab your headphones, child. Yes, grab your headphones, relax. I'm gonna chew this gum for you. If you decide, if you fall asleep, you can come back, add it to your playlist. You can watch it again another day. Yeah. I did my makeup today. I was like, oh yes, this makeup deserves some shine. So story time it is. I did this hot, sexy, cute look to remind me of a hot, sexy time in my life, okay? Yeah, you heard right. A sexy time in Spirit's life. I mean, yeah, it was like a long time ago. I am like 50. No, I'm not like 50. I am 50, girl. I am over the freaking hill. Yes. I wish I would have took some notes to do for this story time. So it's going to probably be sporadic and all over the place because I didn't write no notes down. So, okay. This was during a time. I was so young. I was like 19. Somewhere between 19 and 20. And I met this guy. And I'm not going to give you his name, so I'm going to give him a name. And we going to call him Cute. He was so freaking cute, girl. Cute. He was like, he wasn't like cute, like, oh, you're so cute. He was handsome. He was very, very handsome, okay? And he had sort of like a nerdy look to him at the same time. And he was a professional man. He worked in the corporate industry, okay? We got to know each other for a little while. And we started kind of like dating. I kind of met him, you know, hanging out with my friends and stuff like that. I had my own place, you know, and one night I invited him over to my place, and yeah, it was heated. It was a very heated night, and I was like, oh my God, I like this guy. And then I like the fact that he was kind of sort of talkative, like me. I'm talkative. We could talk about any and everything, and he wasn't like typical type of guy. Like, I don't really like a guy that's like too cute. Like, his eyes were like brown. His skin color was like caramel candy on the lighter side. Caramel candy. He had very wavy, pretty hair. To the point that he could brush his hair back and it would start to flip up, you know. So he would have to keep getting it cut because his hair would grow real fast. So he was just a really, really handsome guy. He was kind of like just a little bow-legged. Yeah. And he was kind of on the thin side. No, he was thin, honey. He was thin. He was a thin guy. He was say, but he had like a strong grip, like when he hold you or just give you a hug, like could feel his masculinity. Like he was like, yeah, he was it. Now, this is where it takes a turn. This is the kicker of the story. I wasn't sure if the guy I was dating was bisexual. I know. I wasn't sure. And it kind of put the doubt, the seeds, the stuff that had happened. Like, it wasn't like huge stuff. It was just like little things. And then one day this big thing happened. And it made me just look at him like, I'm not sure, like, if, you know, he's on the straight and narrow, like, and I didn't know how to, like, just ask him, like, what's up, what's going on, what's up. It was just the things that was like, happening, okay. And I'm gonna tell you like this, okay. So we're gonna start here. This is where we're gonna start. He went out his way to be very, like, masculine. Seemed to, like, he didn't let things like, he didn't let people say or get away with stuff like trying to, like, play him like he showed, like he ain't about no games. And he made me feel like when I was with him, I was protected and stuff like that. But then it would be times that we would be talking, and then all of a sudden it'd be like, the hand, you know, and I would look and I wouldn't say nothing. It would just be like he would say, so what you want to eat? I was thinking about taking to this place, you know. It's up to you, whatever you want to go. And I'm like, it was just dang, it was just always just. And I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to, like, judge him based on, you know. And one day he did it. And I just said, did you know you kind of, you know, move your wrist a lot? Like, it's always kind of like twisting. And he was like, stop playing, don't play with me. I was like, I'm just saying, like, it just would come out of nowhere. And he was like, oh, I didn't realize I did that. I said, yeah, you do that. So that was one of the things that I picked up. But then we would be hanging out after going out, and then we'll be, you know, in a position where we're about to make out and everything. And he just, girl, he was all that in a bag of chips. So it's just like, my mind, it just went right out my mind. And then he would call me and he would say, hey, what you up to? I said, oh no, I'm not up to nothing. He says, you know, sound like you got company. I said, yeah, a bunch of my friends is hanging out at my house. He said, well, come see me. And I would say, okay, I'm coming to see you. And now my first time going to his place, right? He did tell me, he said he lived with an uncle. I ain't think nothing of it, girl. Like, he said an uncle. And one time, before I even went to his place, I wasn't inside of his place yet, but we was together, and he had to go pick up his uncle and give him a ride or whatever. And when I met him, it was an old man. I mean, old, like dirt old, like wrinkle old, like he needs some help to be put inside the car, old, like that type of old, right? I was thinking to myself, sitting in the front seat with him, and his uncle come, and he, and I was about to get out the front seat, but his uncle said, no, that's okay. He wanted to be in the back. They was going to pick up another person, and he needed to be dropped off somewhere. His uncle get in the back seat, right? And I turns around, I go, hi, how you doing? I told him who I was, and he was quiet. He didn't say anything, and he was like, oh, he don't talk too much, And then when his uncle got out the car, when we got to the next stop, he picked up the next person, then he took them where they need to go. And he says uncle was going to be gone for a couple of days, so. And I was like, well, he seemed kind of mean, like he ain't say hi, or he ain't try to talk to me, and he's like, he like that. But I felt like when he was in the backseat, he was just staring at me, like I could, how you could feel somebody breathing on your neck, like, like, girl, I could feel him breathing on my neck. I was just like, okay, he creeping me out. But he told me that his uncle was just quiet like that, So, that was it. I ain't hear nothing else about his uncle after he dropped him off. We ended up going to like White Castles. We ended up hanging out and stuff like that, right? But anyway, go back up to when he had called me and told me to come by his house. He told me that his uncle wasn't there. He was by himself, and I'd never been in his house before yet, right? So when I get there, I'm thinking like, it's gonna be like his apartment. That's what I was thinking. But when I got in, I could see like the old furniture. You don't know when you just know like when a person, older people houses, like when I don't know, you just know when you're in an old person house. You just know. So he was like, look, I'm gonna cook for us, but don't touch anything. I have to make sure you don't touch anything because my uncle is very precise. He don't want nobody touching anything and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. So he proceeded to cook dinner and everything like that. And we were sitting on the couch and was watching TV, and I really enjoyed my time with him. And after dinner, after moving everything, I was gone, and stuff like that. And I noticed that he didn't invite me, like, to his bedroom. And I was surprised he didn't invite me to his bedroom because we had already done we done already been there, done that, went there again, honey. We was very passionate people, and he didn't invite me or nothing like that. And I kind of felt like, oh, he trying to get to know me. This is what this is about. He wanted to know his girl. Okay. So, I didn't hear from him in a few days. Like, he worked all week, I worked. So by the time he didn't work on the weekend, by the time Sunday came, we was talking, trying to meet up with each other again. And he was asking me, and he comes spend the night with me, and I was like, oh my God, my friends are here. I had a friend who needed a place to stay. She was at my house, and he was like, well, my uncle's gonna be leaving in a little while, so maybe you could come down here. So I head on down there, right? And when I get there, I'm thinking like we're gonna go straight into like this bedroom, like I'm thinking we're gonna get right into it, because we already was like missing each other and stuff like that. And when I got there, his uncle was there. I sat on the couch, and his uncle was just like staring at me. I'm like, hey. And he said to me, you don't seem like his type. And I was like, well, what's his type? It's like, it don't matter, you just don't seem like it. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I started feeling like a little like weird about it. So he sat down next to me on the couch, and his uncle went in the kitchen. I said to him, your uncle just said that I wasn't your type. He was like, what? Why would he say that? I said, I don't know. I said, what is your type? He said, I don't know. Don't pay no mind to him. He was like, trust me, you're my type. I enjoy being around you. I like everything about you. I actually love everything about you. He was like, I don't even know why he would say something like that. He said he's all mean and grumpy, don't pay him no mind. And then we was sitting on the couch, he was telling me that he's thinking about moving out and getting his own place. And he started talking to me, asking me, do I think that I would want like to share a place with him? Do I think like maybe me and him could kind of like, you know, connect? And I was thinking to myself like, I like you, I like being with you, but I had so many friends at the time and I was so young. I don't know, I just wasn't thinking about like, I really liked the guy, but I wasn't like that, like, you know, where I wanted to just give up my own place and move into a place with him. But then, you know, I was like, well, you know, it could work, like we are getting closer, you know. And I told him I would consider it, you know. But I told him that, you know, I was already in a lease and everything like that. And he said, well, do you mind if you know, I start hanging out with you a little bit more often at your place? That way we don't have to be down here with my grumpy uncle. And I was like, yeah, I was all for it, because when it got to the point that when he would invite me over to come chill with him, watch a movie or something, I didn't want to come. I just didn't want to deal with the uncle. The uncle had like a really, really bad, kind of mean and kind of hateful type attitude. Like he creeped me out, you know. So some time has passed again, and this time we talked. We already knew what was up. I went to his house. He's like, and he said, listen, one of the reasons why I didn't invite you to my room, because my room is really small, and I was kind of embarrassed about it, but, you know, I miss you. I want to spend time with you, and the week is going to start back up, and I don't know if you want to come, you know, spend the night with me. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I'm on my way. I was like, it don't matter how small your room is. I mean, it's okay. I don't really care. You know, I didn't care. I mean, I felt like he had to explain that to me, because I was a young girl and I had my own place. I had a big place. I had 2 bedrooms. I had a big, huge living room. I had a big, huge kitchen. I had my own place. And this guy, he wasn't like my age. He was about maybe 31, like that, you know. And I'm like 19, going on 20. So it's just like, and you know, I guess he felt some type of way. I don't know. But he invited me again. I went flying down there, child. Man, shoot, I think I caught every green light. Like there was no red lights. I was on my way, okay? And when I got there, yeah, he said, okay. Like immediately we got into like that passionate kissing and stuff like that. And then when he went to go open the room, child, it was just like, it wasn't like we was just kissing and we was going into the room. It was like he stopped and he was like, you're going to have to go in first and then I'm going to go in behind you. I'm like, what? And when I turned around, you had to kind of like turn sideways to get inside the room. And I was just like, what's this? And it's like, this is my bedroom. And I was like, okay. Am I going to have to like turn sideways to get in there? He said, yeah, that's the way I go in. Okay, this looked like a closet. And he was like, it is. I turned it into a room. And it wasn't like one of them walk-in closets or like a office. It was like a narrow closet where you walk in and you hang up your clothes and you walk your tail out. You know what I'm saying? And so what he did was he just had like a really, really skinny type of a pallet or mattress that he made up in like a bed, and then he had like little things, you know, on the wall that he like put his pencils and his paper in. Then he had like the shelf at the top. He put his clothes at the top. His clothes was really packed up at the top, and then he has clothes hanging on one side, and then he had like this little tiny TV, like a radio TV, like sit right there in the corner, and I was just like, okay, how this supposed to work? He's like, well, just go in sideways, and then once you in, you can kind of turn around and then just crawl onto the pallet. And I was like, wow, okay, maybe, we could just be in the living room. And he was like, no, because my uncle might come in, and then, I could lock it, lock the door from this side, and, and I was like, well, I don't know, child, okay, I had hips, all right, I had hips, child, all I could think about was like, okay, I'm gonna be like a sardine. I'm gonna be the sardine in a sardine can. I went to free. I was like, okay, am I gonna be able to open my leg like this, or am I gonna have to do like this? Like, how is that gonna work? Cause when you open your legs, it's like this, and you're ready to do, and then now, am I gonna do like how is that gonna work? It was like, look, we gonna make it work. I was like, have you done this before? It was like, no, I never invited a woman or anything to my house, my apartment, or anything like that before. But we've been dating each other, been seeing each other. I really like you, and I just want to spend some time with you. You got company at your house, and my uncle's not gonna be here for a minute, and I figured like you really get to know me and everything. And then I was like, well, I don't understand, like, can't you call your uncle and kind of tell him, like, you're about to get busy? And, could he, like, show up, like, a couple of hours from now? He was like, well, no, I can't call him. No. And he was telling me that right now his uncle was a little upset with him. His uncle gave him an ultimatum that if he was going to continue dating me, that he was going to have to move out his house. I was like, why? Like, why would he give you that type of ultimatum? And he was like, well, he don't like the fact that I'm dating. I said, why you don't like the fact that you dating me? And I was like, is it because I'm not your type? He was like, you are my type, stop saying that. And I'm like, okay, well, why he keeps saying that? You know what I mean? Like, what issue do he got with me? I didn't do nothing to him. And he was telling me that his uncle wasn't in agreement with him dating me and stuff like that. So, okay, child, okay, this is what happened. He had to leave the apartment. I don't know how, but we did. We made it in the closet. We was in his bedroom closet, and we did what we had to do. And I mean, we was like literally stuck together. There was barely much room, but we did what we had to do. And then he was like, well, I gotta go check the mailbox, and I'm gonna pick us up something to eat from across the street real quick. I'll be back. He left. When he left, I got dressed, got myself together, and I was thinking like, okay, this is kind of uncomfortable for me. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to let him know he's gonna have to like wait until like there's time when my friends are not over. He's gonna have to come visit me. This is not gonna work out for me. So then I start, okay, I ain't gonna lie. Child, when you're in somebody's apartment and you're completely alone, you kind of like pull out a drawer here and there. You open up the bathroom cabinet. You gotta look around. I start looking around, child. I found a huge dildo. It was huge. It was so freaking huge. Like, oh my God, what the freak is this? And the last time I saw a dildo, I was like 10. And the reason why I saw a dildo at 10 because my mom, we had a fire, and we were staying in a hotel, and we wasn't supposed to be watching cable, and I don't know if it was cable back then or not, but it was like TV in a hotel. And when my mom had left, she left us alone, y'all, in the hotel. She was gone for like a whole day, like a 24-hour day. We watched TV, and the only thing that was on TV was people having sex. They was having sex like porn. Me and my sisters and us, we was watching porn for the first first time. It was like so shocking and intriguing. We was watching it, and on the show they had one. It was like, what is that? What are they doing? What are they doing with it? And I just remember it just going like this on somebody. So that was the last time I saw it. So when I saw one, when I saw it at his house, child, I didn't just see like one. It was like a drawer full of nothing but huge penises. Period. I was like, what the freak? What's going on? Like, and then I heard him coming through the door, so I hurry up and I closed the drawer and everything. But then I started feeling like weirded out. I didn't even know, like, how do I bring it up? Like, what the freak are you doing with these? What you doing with all these D's? What are you doing with them? Okay. Why all these D's here? What's going on? And I didn't say anything. I just started like feeling some type of way, and I started like really realizing that and then I would start saying to myself that, like, how come like me and him always, it's been we was very sexually active. He never pulled out no dildo or no penis, and when I played with it or anything like that. So why haven't he like why, like, what's going on? Like, I didn't know what to think, right? But this is where my mindset was. I started seeing like in 3D some stuff just started like coming alive. Like, I just started realizing, like, now, in my opinion, the way that we were like sexually active, there was no way, like, I didn't feel like he could be bisexual or anything. I didn't even feel like he could be gay. I really didn't. I didn't see it. Like, I really didn't see it like that. And then one day, some time it went past, we wasn't talking. We kind of slowed down on the talking, kind of started backing off a little bit because I wasn't sure about what the freak was going on. So then I asked him, I said, the guy you stay with, is that really your uncle? Like, is that your blood uncle? He was like, no, but he has been there for me throughout my life. He has helped me get myself together. He has helped me get a car. He has helped me always give me a place to stay. And in my mind now to this day, we didn't have a talk. We didn't talk like I did. I couldn't come out and just ask him, like, is he like your man, your sugar daddy, I don't know, your quick fix? Like, because I felt like he wasn't just no uncle. Like, I felt like it was something else. I never came out and said anything, but I found out that it was not his blood uncle. It wasn't someone that knew his family or anything. They just had a really close personal relationship, and he called him his uncle. And I was like, oh. It was like, why? I was like, I couldn't come out and tell him that, look, I found a whole bunch of dicks in your drawer, a whole bunch of icks. It was a whole bunch of icks, like long and black and long and white and short and red and short and yellow. I realized, like, sometimes people only gonna tell you but so much. Sometimes you have to ask the right questions. It's thundering out there, it's lightning. So I'm gonna probably have to unplug my computer. So I'm gonna end the story time here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story time. Thumbs up, like, leave a comment, share your thoughts. But I do want to end with saying that I ended up slowly but surely ending the relationship and moving forward with my life, because it was just too stuff was just starting to come to light. Like, I could see things clearly now, even though I couldn't come out and just ask him. I didn't know how to ask him. I mean, I didn't want the man to know that I was rambling through his drawers, looking, peeping, trying to find out some information about him. And then I found this, like, once I found all of the little eggs, it was just like, oh girl, You, girl, you ain't got what he want. You ain't got all he want. This is what he want. Like, why would a cute, like, sexy, handsome, and delicious type of man being with Y would have a bunch of eggs? Okay, okay, all right. And then once I found out, like I said, that was his uncle, it was time to go adios, bye, got to go. You know what I mean? It was like, it's over, honey. I don't care how cute you are. I mean, at this point, like, if I'm gonna be like very sexual and intimate with a man, it has to be all about why. And if he wants a egg and I ain't got one, then he don't want me, cause I have a whole kitty cat. Period. So, bye. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye. I gotta go. I hope you enjoy story time. Bye. I know that might have been too much. That was too much. That was too much for you. Yeah, but girl, that was a lot that I just won't like talk about. But I can't admit that he was one of the finest, delicious man I have ever met. And one of my biggest disappointments, like, that child.
It's been a long day. You just wanna go away. You can't sleep at night, and now I'm here. I can't promise tomorrow, but you're gonna feel out today. We can tangle it away. Now I'm here.